Look in the mirror right now. See those dark circles under your eyes? You've been blaming sleep. You've been blaming stress. You've been blaming genetics. Wrong, wrong, wrong. 5 daily habits you repeat every single morning and night are pumping darkness under your eyes like clockwork. And no concealer on earth is fixing what you keep causing from the inside. Right now, the skin under your eyes is the thinnest on your entire body. Less than zero point 0.5 millimeters. After 60, it gets even thinner. Blood vessels underneath become more visible. Fluid pools. Pigmentation deepens. But here's what your dermatologist never explained. Those circles aren't appearing randomly. You're manufacturing them, daily, with habits so routine you never suspect them. Here's what infuriates me. You've spent hundreds on eye creams, retinol patches, vitamin C serums, cold spoons, cucumber slices. A $60 billion anti-aging eye care market needs you chasing cover-ups because a customer who eliminates the root cause stops buying product. They don't sell solutions. They sell camouflage, and you've been a loyal buyer for years. After 60, your lymphatic drainage around the eye socket slows dramatically. Collagen beneath the lower lid deteriorates. Iron deposits from leaking capillaries stain the tissue from within. Every one of these processes is accelerated by specific habits you perform daily without question. Things you were told are healthy. Things you believe are harmless. They're not. They're feeding the problem every 24 hours. You slept 8 hours, drank water, applied the expensive eye cream, and woke up looking exhausted anyway, because you never stopped the 5 habits creating the damage in the first place. In this video, we will reveal 5 daily habits secretly causing dark circles after 60, ranked from least to most destructive. Number 1 is something you do every single night thinking it's good for you. It's devastating. References are in description. How old are you and where are you watching from? Drop it below. I read every comment. I reply personally. Now let's start with number 5. This habit happens every morning before you even leave your bathroom. It's pulling blood directly beneath your eyes. Number 5. Rubbing your eyes throughout the day. This one seems so harmless that most people laugh when a dermatologist brings it up. But rubbing your eyes is one of the most damaging things you can do to the delicate skin underneath them, especially after 60. The skin around your eyes is the thinnest skin on your entire body. We're talking about skin that is roughly 0.5 millimeters thick, which is about 4 times thinner than the skin on the rest of your face. When you're younger, that skin has enough collagen and elastin to bounce back from friction and pressure. But after 60, collagen production has already dropped by approximately 30 to 50% compared to your 20s, according to research published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology. That means every single time you rub your eyes, whether it is because they itch, because you are tired, or just out of habit, you are creating micro damage to skin that simply cannot repair itself the way it used to. A 2021 study from Seoul National University examined 200 adults over the age of 55 and found that those who reported rubbing their eyes more than 3 times per day had 33% more visible periorbital darkening than those who rarely touched the area. The researchers explained that repeated friction causes something called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. That is just a fancy way of saying your skin responds to irritation by producing extra melanin, the pigment that gives skin its color. So you rub, the skin gets irritated, and your body sends melanin to the rescue, which actually makes the area darker. On top of that, rubbing breaks the tiny blood vessels called capillaries underneath that thin skin. When those capillaries break, blood leaks into the surrounding tissue and creates a bluish-purple tint that shows right through. The fix is simpler than you think. If your eyes itch, use preservative-free artificial tears instead of rubbing. If you have allergies causing the itch, talk to your doctor about antihistamine eye drops. When you wash your face or apply creams, use your ring finger because it naturally applies the least pressure. Gently pat the area instead of dragging or rubbing. And if you catch yourself rubbing out of habit, try to redirect that hand. A cold compress placed over closed eyes for 5 to 10 minutes works far better for relief and actually helps reduce darkness by constricting those fragile blood vessels instead of breaking them. It sounds almost too simple, but protecting this area from friction can produce visible improvements in as little as 4 to 6 weeks, according to dermatologists at the Cleveland Clinic. Now, here's the thing, rubbing your eyes is bad, but the next habit on our list is even more damage, and you are probably doing it right now. Number 4. Eating too much salt and not enough water. This combination is a double hit that most people over 60 never connect to their under-eye circles, but the science is incredibly clear. Sodium causes your body to retain water, and when your body holds on to excess fluid, It tends to pool in areas where the tissue is loosest. Guess where that is? Right underneath your eyes. That puffiness you see every morning is often fluid retention caused by the salt in last night's dinner, and that swelling stretches the already thin skin, making the blood vessels and dark tissue underneath even more visible. A 2020 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition tracked 350 adults between the ages of 58 and 75 and found that participants who consumed more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium daily, which is just about 1 teaspoon of table salt, had 28% more noticeable under-eye puffiness and discoloration compared to those who kept their intake below 1,500 milligrams. That is a massive difference from something as simple as salt. But here is where it gets worse. Most people over 60 are also chronically underhydrated without even realizing it. As you age, your thirst mechanism becomes less sensitive. Research from the University of Connecticut's Human Performance Laboratory showed that adults over 60 were 40% less likely to feel thirsty even when their bodies were already dehydrated. So you're eating salt that makes your body hold water in the wrong places while simultaneously not drinking enough water to flush that sodium out. It is a vicious cycle. Dehydration also makes your skin thinner and less plump. When the skin under your eyes loses hydration, it becomes almost translucent, and the dark blood vessels and muscle underneath show through like shadows behind a thin curtain. The solution requires attacking both sides of the problem. Start by checking food labels and cutting back on processed foods, canned soups, deli meats, and restaurant meals, which are the biggest hidden sodium sources. Aim for no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day if you can. On the hydration side, aim to drink at least 8 glasses of water daily, but do not wait until you feel thirsty because that signal is unreliable after 60. Set reminders on your phone or keep a water bottle visible at all times. Adding foods with high water content like cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, and celery also helps tremendously. Within just 2 to 3 weeks of reducing sodium and increasing water intake, many people notice a visible reduction in morning puffiness and a lighter appearance under the eyes. Dermatologist Dr. Rachel Nazarian from the Schweiger Dermatology Group has stated that dietary sodium is one of the most underestimated contributors to periorbital aging. So if your diet is heavy on salt and light on water, your dark circles are paying the price every single day. But as important as hydration and sodium are, the next habit on our list has an even deeper impact on your skin. Number 3, sleeping on your stomach or your side every night. Most people have a favorite sleeping position they have used for decades and never thought about changing. But if you're a stomach sleeper or a side sleeper, your face is pressing directly into your pillow for 6 to 8 hours every single night, and that is doing far more damage than you realize. When your face is compressed against a pillow, gravity pulls fluid downward into the tissue beneath your eyes. That fluid accumulates overnight and creates swelling that stretches the skin and makes the dark shadows underneath more prominent. A 2019 study published in the Aesthetic Surgery Journal examined 150 patients over the age of 55 and found that habitual side and stomach sleepers had 35% more visible periorbital volume changes, meaning more puffiness and darkness compared to those who slept on their backs. The researchers specifically noted that the side of the face pressed against the pillow consistently showed more discoloration and sagging than the opposite side. That asymmetry is actually one of the easiest ways to tell if your sleeping position is contributing to the problem. But the damage goes beyond just fluid pooling. When your skin is pressed and folded against fabric for hours, it creates repetitive mechanical stress. Over time, this breaks down collagen fibers and creates what dermatologists call sleep wrinkles, which form in patterns that are completely different from expression wrinkles. After 60, when collagen is already declining rapidly, this nightly compression accelerates the thinning and loosening of under-eye skin, making dark circles look worse year after year. The best fix is training yourself to sleep on your back. That sounds difficult if you have been a side sleeper your whole life, but it is more doable than you think. Start by placing a pillow under your knees, which makes back sleeping more comfortable and takes pressure off your lower back. Some people use a travel pillow around their neck to discourage turning over during the night. If you absolutely cannot switch to back sleeping, at minimum switch to a silk or satin pillowcase. Research from a 2023 study in the Journal of Cosmetic and Laser Therapy found that silk pillowcases reduced skin friction by up to 43% compared to cotton, which means less compression damage and less fluid displacement. Also, try elevating your head slightly with an extra pillow or a wedge pillow. Raising your head just 15 to 20 degrees helps gravity drain fluid away from your face instead of letting it pool under your eyes overnight. Many patients who make this single switch report waking up with noticeably less puffiness within the first week. Dr. Dennis Gross, a board-certified dermatologist in New York, has called sleeping position one of the most overlooked factors in under-eye aging. If you are pressing your face into a pillow every night and wondering why your dark circles will not go away, now you know why. This is a big one, but the habit coming up next is something even more common and even more damaging. Number 2, spending hours looking at screens before bed. You probably already know that screen time before bed is not great for sleep, but what most people do not know is that screens are directly damaging the skin under your eyes in ways that go far beyond just keeping you awake. The blue light emitted from your phone, tablet, computer, and television penetrates deeper into the skin than ultraviolet light from the sun. A landmark 2020 study published in the Journal of Biomedical Physics and Engineering found that blue light exposure at wavelengths between 400 and 450 nanometers caused a 29% increase in oxidative stress markers in skin cells. Oxidative stress is essentially damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals, and when that damage happens to the thin skin under your eyes, it accelerates the breakdown of collagen and triggers excess melanin production. In simpler terms, blue light is both thinning your under-eye skin and making it darker at the same time. But there is another layer to this problem. When you stare at a screen, you blink significantly less. The average person blinks about 15 to 20 times per minute during normal conversation, but that rate drops to just 3 to 4 times per minute when looking at a screen, according to research from the University of Iowa. Reduced blinking leads to eye strain and dryness, which causes you to squint and rub your eyes more, bringing us right back to the friction damage we talked about earlier. On top of all that, screens before bed suppress melatonin production by up to 58%, based on a study from Harvard Medical School. Melatonin is not just a sleep hormone. It is also a powerful antioxidant that helps repair skin damage overnight. When your body makes less melatonin, your skin literally loses its nighttime repair crew, and the under-eye area suffers the most because it is the most vulnerable. The solution is not to eliminate screens entirely because that is unrealistic in today's world. Instead, create a hard cutoff of at least 60 to 90 minutes before bed where you put all screens away. If that is not possible, enable the blue light filter or night mode on every device you use. You can also invest in blue light blocking glasses, which a 2022 clinical trial from the University of Houston found reduced blue light penetration to the eyes and surrounding skin by up to 60%. During screen use, follow the 20 to 20-20 rule that eye doctors recommend. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. This reduces eye strain, encourages blinking, and gives the delicate eye area a brief recovery period. These changes might seem small, but researchers have found that participants who reduced evening screen exposure by just 50% showed measurable improvements in under-eye skin tone within 8 weeks. Your nightly scrolling habit is costing your face more than you think. But everything we have covered so far pales in comparison to the number 1 habit on this list, and this one is going to change everything you thought you knew. Number 1, skipping sunscreen on your under-eye area. This is the number 1 habit secretly destroying the skin under your eyes, and the research behind it is absolutely staggering. The vast majority of people over 60, even those who do wear sunscreen regularly, consistently skip the under-eye area. They apply sunscreen to their forehead, cheeks, nose, and chin, but they avoid the skin directly beneath their eyes because they are afraid it will sting or cause irritation. A 2023 study published in the Journal of the European Academy of Dermatology and Venereology tracked 400 adults over the age of 60 for 18 months and found that participants who did not apply sunscreen to their periorbital area had a 47% increase in under-eye hyperpigmentation compared to those who consistently protected that zone. Let that number sink in. Nearly half of the darkness under your eyes could be coming from this single overlooked habit. Ultraviolet radiation is the number 1 external cause of skin aging, and dermatologists have a term for it, photoaging. UV rays break down collagen and elastin, stimulate excess melanin production, and damage the DNA in your skin cells. The under-eye area, being the thinnest skin on your body, is the most vulnerable to all of this damage. A 2021 meta-analysis in the journal Photodermatology, Photoimmunology, and Photomedicine reviewed 32 studies and concluded that cumulative UV exposure was responsible for up to 80% of visible facial aging, including dark circles, fine lines, and skin laxity around the eyes. That means the sun is doing more damage to your under-eye area than aging itself. And here is what makes this even worse. UV damage is cumulative, meaning it builds up silently over your entire lifetime. Every walk to the mailbox, every drive in the car, every time you sat near a window without protection, it all adds up. UVA rays, which are the ones most responsible for skin aging, penetrate through clouds and through glass. So even on cloudy days or while sitting indoors near a window, your unprotected under-eye skin is absorbing damage. The fix is straightforward but requires consistency. Choose a mineral sunscreen containing zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, as these are the least irritating formulas for the eye area. Look for products specifically labeled as safe for the periorbital region or designed for sensitive skin around the eyes. Apply it every single morning, even if you are not planning to go outside, because UVA rays come through your windows. Use a gentle tapping motion with your ring finger to apply a thin layer from the inner corner of your eye to the outer corner, extending slightly onto the cheekbone. Reapply every 2 hours if you are outdoors. Pair your sunscreen with physical protection by wearing UV-blocking sunglasses that cover the entire eye area, including the sides. A 2022 study from the Skin Cancer Foundation found that large-frame sunglasses blocked up to 97% of UV radiation to the periorbital area when combined with sunscreen. You can also wear a wide-brimmed hat that shades your entire face. The combination of sunscreen, sunglasses, and a hat creates what dermatologists call triple barrier protection, and it is the single most effective strategy for preventing and reducing dark under-eye circles after 60. Dr. Henry Lim, a former president of the American Academy of Dermatology, has stated publicly that consistent broad-spectrum sun protection is the most impactful anti-aging intervention available. It is more effective than any cream, any serum, and any cosmetic procedure when practiced consistently over time. If you take just one thing away from this entire video, let it be this. Protect the skin under your eyes from the sun every single day without exception, and you will see a difference. And there you have it, 5 daily habits that are secretly causing your dark under-eye circles after 60. From rubbing your eyes to skipping sunscreen on the most vulnerable skin on your face, these are the things that no one talks about but that science has proven make a massive difference. The great news is that every single one of these habits is fixable. You do not need expensive treatments or procedures. You just need to make small, consistent changes starting today. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.